So today we're here cooking up a few days worth of food for Alex and a little bit for Sammy. Alex, being older, requires a lot more soft food, but I want it to be very nutritious. This recipe is by Dr. Jones of Veterinary Secrets, and we're going to cook up 1 pound of organic hamburger, grass-fed and grass-finished. We will add up to 2 eggs and mix it around in the hamburger. We are cooking up a cup of brown rice. Brown rice has a lot, it's a good carb. It's got a lot of nutrients in it. So we will be adding that once the rice is cooked. Also, we're going to add a cup of either chard or kale or spinach. He kind of really likes spinach, so we're going to put a cup of spinach in here. We're also going to put 1 tablespoon per pound of meat, so it would be 1 tablespoon of sunflower oil. This has great ceramides, especially if your dog has skin allergies. Okay, now we're going to add, once that's all cooked, I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of either carrots or sweet potatoes. I have a sweet potatoes in the toaster oven, so we're going to do 1/2 cup of sweet potatoes. Next time it will be carrots. Okay, so we'll also put a tablespoon of ground flaxseed. Okay, I will show you that as we go, as we put it in. So I'm browning this now, and at the time of the meal, he would have one little capsule of krill oil per day if he's going to eat that. But on the other hand, he's got the flaxseed, he's got the sunflower oil, he's got different things in here that will give him his omega-3s if he doesn't like the krill oil. And then I also have a vitamin, it's in a powder by Dr. Jones, that if the food is not completely balanced, it gives you that boost of all the nutrients they're supposed to have per day. So I'll get back to you with the other ingredients as we go. Let me brown this. Okay, so here I cracked a couple of eggs, and you don't throw these away. You go ahead and you put them on a baking sheet or a cookie sheet. You rinse them first, of course, and you put them in a cookie sheet. You cook them for at 250 degrees for 1 hour. And then you put them in your coffee grinder, and it comes out powdered. And I'll show you that when it's time to put it in. So I'm saving these eggs. I will cook them for an hour, powder them, and sprinkle some of the protein powder in there. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we have 2 eggs beaten. And we're going to add it to this browning hamburger. Okay, perfect there. And we'll mix this around and make sure we don't put anything else in it until this is done. This is going to be well blended with the egg, the protein in the egg. The egg yolk is good for their eyes. It's got a lot of lutein. Also, the egg white is a perfect protein. Therefore, you can put 1 or 2 eggs. He likes eggs, so I'm putting 2. And it's good for their muscles. So between this clean beef and the eggs, it's going to be very nutritious. And then we'll be putting in the vegetables and the carbohydrates and the flaxseed and all kinds of goodies once some of this mixture is fully cooked. So now that we've had the egg and the beef browned in, the next thing will be, let's do the spinach before the brown rice. I think that's better. Okay, that's a cup of spinach, but you can have a cup of chard, a cup of kale. And this is all like 1 pound of beef, 2 eggs, 1 cup of the spinach or kale or chard. This is if you're cooking per pound of meat, animal protein. So this is excellent. We'll just get this spinach cooked in here for a bit, and then we will move on ahead and add the rice. So I just want to make sure that this spinach is steamed up nice and it blends into the meat and the eggs uniformly. It's not overwhelming. You'll see the way it shrinks in a little bit. So now that this spinach is sort of steamed into there, we're going to throw in the rice. 1 cup of the brown rice we cooked previously. Not that we're throwing it in, but you know what I mean. So we got the rice going in there. Gonna mix that around. Make sure it's fully blended. And once the rice is in there, we have the other half of a cup of a vegetable, whether it's sweet potato or it's carrots. We're gonna add that together here. As you can see, this is starting to blend in nicely with the spinach, the eggs, the beef, the rice. So we're putting that together. Here is a half of a cup of sweet potato. We'll toss that in there. Sorry about the back of the plate. Anyhow, there we are. So now, there's all of the main ingredients to this. So I'm going to heat it up just a little while, make sure all this is blended. And then we're going to put in all of the last bits of nutrients that are required in this recipe in order to make it well balanced. And then I'll tell you what else is left to do. As you can see, the spinach has broken down very nicely. They like spinach. And then the sweet potato will probably blend in nicely too to give it a nice overall sweetness to it. So here we are. So I will be back in just a couple of minutes while I get the other ingredients. Okay, so here we are. We're going to put the last ingredients of this dog food recipe together. I don't think that's even bad for a person to eat, but when you see the next few ingredients, maybe you'd pass on it. I don't know. So we turned off the heat. We unplugged the pan because we don't want certain things to get oxidized or get denatured. We want to keep the next few things as fresh as possible. So over here, we're going to add a tablespoon of flaxseed, ground flaxseed, 1 tablespoon. It seems like a lot, but it's what's required. I think I'll mix some around before I put the rest. Just, you know, I don't like flaxseed, but this is really good for them. It's got a lot of omega-3, 6s, and it's well balanced with the omegas. It's got other nutrients too that are excellent. So I'm gonna mix that around and then put the rest of it, just so it's not all bunched in. Oh, and I just bunched it in some more. Okay, well, I'm trying not to get in the video, so I'll just mix it around. It'll be fine. As you can see, the spinach, some people will lightly steam it, and then some people will just put it in like I did. Lightly steamed is probably a quicker process. I would, if I lightly steam it, I would put the liquid in there because a lot gets lost in the liquid. All right, so this is interesting. I'm going to show you something here. Remember the eggshells? Well, I ground them up and I put them in here, in this little container. You put them in the oven for an hour, the shells at 250, and then it comes out into a powder. It's tasteless, absolutely tasteless. It does not affect the food at all. So for each pound of burger, for each pound of meat, should I say, I would put a teaspoon of the ground up eggshells. And this adds a really great nutrient to this meal, to this food. Okay. So there is that, and I'm going to make sure that's all mixed in. And make sure that's all blended. It has absolutely no taste. You could even okay, I won't throw this in a glass of water, but you can put it in a glass of juice or something, and you have no idea how amazing that is for you and for your bones. So let's see here. There's only a couple of things left to put into this food here. So the last thing is sunflower oil. This is absolutely amazing for their coats, especially if they have allergies, okay? So this has a lot of ceramides. You can't go wrong with that. Don't put it in food that is cooking. You know, things lose their nutrient. So this is perfectly fine. Mix this up around really nicely. And then I will tell you once this is all done. And the sweet potato, if you smash them, they'll blend more into the food. Alex kind of likes to bite his sweet potatoes and his carrots, but sometimes I mash them in so it gives it everything an overall sweet flavor. So this is basically what we made. This is good for Alex, or 3/4 of a cup actually is what he should have per day. So you split that in two, and then he'll have his breakfast and his dinner. So he's a happy boy. He loves it. So now, at the end of all of this, now that we see it all here, and once I pack it up, then you'll see what it looks like. Now, on this, Dr. Jones puts it, he leaves it all like this. He puts it away. Now he puts it all away in his containers and what have you. If he makes a big batch, he freezes some of this. So when you take it out and you put it on their plate, right? Let's say it's this much. I'm talking about a small dog. This is the vitamins. Like if you don't like to buy the dog food, it's really bad. That kibble, it's it's overly processed. It is causing a lot of issues with many dogs. If you want to make right now, don't do raw with the bird flu and all kinds of things that are going on. This is really fresh. I cooked it a long time just for the sake of the video, but usually I don't cook it this long. And if you pre-steam your spinach, you don't have to hardly cook it long. Just, you make your rice before time, your sweet potato or carrot before time, you steam your spinach. So all you have to do is lightly brown your meat, throw the eggs in, throw them in, and and then you put your other items in there, and it won't be cooking as long as this. So it'll be the next best thing to raw without any risk. Okay, so then in order to make sure your dog has a balanced diet, so now a lot of these things rounded up to a well-balanced diet for Alex. But here we are with, the rest of it. Each morning he'll put in a little krill capsule in the morning. But if your dog doesn't like the krill, just give your dog a snack. Get a can of sardines. Give it a sardine every day for a treat. Instead of buying those overly processed treats, give the doggy a sardine, or half a sardine, so you'll have 2 treats. So he'll have his super perfect balance of all these omegas. And then over here, with this supplement, you have more things. This has colostrum. Okay, we can't put colostrum in there because it'll cook itself to where it's non-useful. So we have colostrum. We also have curcumin in here. Good for the joints, good for the arthritis. It also has the ginger. Also has ginger. And some of the other more advanced plus have even more things that are beneficial to heart and brain. So here is some of the contents. If you want to read it off there, I'm not sure if you could see it. But for Alex, he takes half of a scoop per day because he's only 7 pounds. And so this container right here, I bought the trial size for $24. It's going to last me more than 2 months. Okay, so in all actuality, he is having the best of the best diet right now. He deserves it. He's my love, my everything. And making this for him is really kind of awesome. He's screaming because he knows this is for him. I told him I'm making him some yummy, and he's really anxious and wants to eat it. So once I serve it up, maybe I'll go ahead and let you see what his reaction is. So look at the finished product. This will be going into your puppy's bowl. And this is really amazing. In the morning, you can put a half of a scoop of this if you have a small dog. For this much, let's say Alex has maybe that much, a half of a scoop of this. And the scoops are tiny. And so you're able to economize quite a bit. And if you want to save on krill oil capsules, because I can't break them in half. You know, that would be crazy. I can't break krill oil capsules in half. So I just give them a half of sardines. This is how tiny the scoop is. And so this is going to last me more than 2 months. So I've been a couple of weeks giving him his half a scoop a day. And look, I still have all this. It's truly worth making a batch of this. You can make a lot more at a time. Store it in your freezer in some containers. You know, special and non-BPA, and then take out enough for 3 days, 4 days at a time, and then you can feed your dog an amazingly nutritious meal. Okay, so here I got this little leftover from the other batch. So I just wanted you to see that was ground turkey. That was left over in the little container. I didn't want to throw it out. Well, let's see if he'll eat this with the ground turkey. This is the ground beef. It's all the same ingredients except that's turkey. And so I'm going to put this in here and see. I'm putting it in a white plate. This is not his normal dish, so I'm wondering if he's going to even want to get near this dish. I'm just going to give him a little taster, and if he likes it with the beef, then I will give him some more. But I wanted you to see just how nice this looks. So this is the beef, the sweet potato. The other day I put blueberries in it, and he kind of liked it. And then at another time I put up a couple of pieces of apple, because he loves apple, so I threw it in there. And he actually enjoys this stuff. So I'm going to see if he happens to like it. This is not his dish. This is not where he usually eats. I just want to see his reaction to the beef. And there we have it. Your dog can eat a really well-balanced meal. And he's been eating treats all day. So this is not a made-up like commercial or anything. But he really, really likes this. It's easy for him to eat it. He's older. He's got, you know, some little missing teeth and things like that. He's going to be 12. So, you know, generally he does have most of his teeth, but still, he doesn't like eating kibble. It's not comfortable for him. So there it is. He likes it.
Hey, you want to give me the thumbs up? Hey, how you like this stuff? You like this stuff? Yeah.
He sticks his beard into his food, so I always have to wash his beard at night. But that's not his dish, so I just wanted to put this white dish because it's a lot easier. His dish is like blue. So it looks like it's a hit. The beef is a hit. So you can, you know, if your dog is finicky, go ahead and give them turkey one batch or chicken the other batch, or, you know, his ground beef. I'm actually going to make one with fish. Actually salmon. He likes salmon, so I'll do a little bit of that. Anyway, thank you for watching. It's been really good to explain this. As you can see, this is a hit. This is a hit, and your dog can have variety. You know, if one time you do it with beef, or one time you do it with chicken, or one time you do it with some sort of turkey. I'm not sure if anybody would want lamb. I'm not sure. I would not pick pork for some reason. I just do not feel comfortable about it. So I will do salmon instead. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is a hit. As you can see, he's going to want some more. Alright, good night everyone. Happy cooking. And don't forget, if you try it and you like it, put a little bit of spices in it. A little salt, a little pepper. It might be good enough for you. It's definitely not going to be bad for you. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. And Alex needs another refill. He's looking around for what's on the rug.
Mommy, get you more. Don't worry. Don't worry.
There's nothing there, buddy. Mommy's going to give you more. As you can see, Dr. Jone's dog food recipe is a total hit. He has quite a few. Just look up on YouTube, Veterinary Secrets. It's loaded with holistic veterinary advice, and you will not be sorry. If you start watching, you'll start binging Dr. Jone's Veterinary Secrets. Have a wonderful night.